I didn't get here making excuses. You got to get to the point where it hurts. I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. But I'm not going to cry about it. No, I'm not a part of the country club. Nope, I'm not. I don't hang out with them. But I'm still going to be successful. I'm still going to get to where they are. Why? Because I owe it to myself. And can't nobody stop me but me. You will not destroy us. You will not defeat us to the day I die. It's your mental toughness, your mental strength. We can, we will, and we must get through this. This is what's so sweet about success. That as long as you stay in failure, that you get satisfied with that, when you actually come over to success, it's the same thing. Like, you gotta have more and more and more of it. Just like when you're in poverty, you can keep doing it. When you become successful, so I went with the master's degree. Then when I went with the PhD, we came out with an album. I wrote 3 books. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Now I'm at a point where I have this sensational desire for more success. So after I finish with the degree, now I start working out. I'm ready to hit this marathon. Now I got another book coming. Now I'm trying to win a Nobel Peace Prize. Now we're trying to do a reality show. I'm telling you would get from the dark side. You get from being a loser, low self-esteem, doubt, and fear. You can find your way on this side, guys. It's sweeter on this side. Many of you have not activated who you are because you don't know what you want. Execution is worship. Execution is worship. Execution is worship. Execution is worship. You get away with a lot of stuff when you start executing. And I'm telling you, if you execute, you're going to be on a whole other level. Your fullest potential. No. You cannot be a prisoner to your own preference, meaning that just because it's what you prefer, if you lose it, you lose it. Period. And so you don't make your preference the God. You make winning or losing the God. So if you're losing, you have to do something different so that you can win. You have to self-assess. And you can't let you off the hook because it's you. It's 2 of y'all. It's a winning you and a losing you. And you do deserve to be a winner. When you're trying to score a touchdown, there are individuals designed to stop you from scoring a touchdown. Yeah. That's their job. They're supposed to stop you. Your job is to not care about them trying to tackle you, and you keep moving forward. You dominate when you feel like it, and you dominate when you don't feel like it. I've dominated my sleep pattern. I've dominated my laziness. I've dominated procrastination. Where I go, stuff happens. I dominate. There are no shortcuts. Discipline is you do it so long and so hard, and you're so passionate about it that even when you don't feel like it, you still operate at the highest level. I dominate. And I realize that most of you in the room, the reason why you're not going to get to where you're supposed to get to is because you don't know how to get there. Now, the other thing I've noticed is that people who have more clarity have more conviction. And you start like, oh man, I want that. I want it. Like, I want that experience, but you don't change as a human, so you can't get that experience. Like, it's not possible for you to have it. You can't change your life without changing your mind, bro. You have to play to win. You have to be competitive. Wherever you are, whatever your space is, this is my space right here. You have to be competitive, whether you like it or not, whether you feel comfortable or not. And you have to get into a space where you got that dog. It's not for the weak at heart. You can't always be the most talented in the room. You can't always be like naturally gifted, naturally talented. But watch this. You can be the most competitive. I'm saying y'all don't get it. You got to wake up every day and compete. You got to go after it. I'm saying people don't get it, bro. It's crazy. People want change more than they want change. Yeah. It's the craziest thing, bro. It's like people want change more than they want to change. For those of you who want to change, you don't have to be wired. You're already wired to be critical. You're already wired to peep out flaws. You're already wired to do it. What you need to do is take that same energy and apply it to yourself. You have to go intentional and deliberate. How many times do I criticize others versus how many times I criticize myself? How many times do I try to correct others? How many times do I correct myself? If it don't drive you, don't want that. So whatever it is you see that you don't have, if it drives you, go, I want that. And then you got to change. But you can't say you want that and you don't want change. Anytime you want anything you don't have, you have to do something to get that, because if you were the person that could have it, you would already have it. Right. You'd have it already. Right. You don't have it, and so you want it. So you have to become something different. You didn't have that, but you went after it. Be clear. What do you want? What do you want specific? Like, you need to be clear on what you want. And I was willing to go through whatever I had to go through to get what I wanted. I knew what I had. That's not what I wanted. It doesn't matter how I'm living right now, because how I'm going to live. And so it's difficult for you because you don't have no clarity. You're going to figure out who you are, why you tick, what you do, and then you're going to be able to take who you are and what you do and make money. I want you to be brave enough when something's not working, do it right. You can't keep doing what you were doing before because you're losing. But if you can't implement the necessary changes in your life, you won't be able to improve yourself or your situation. If you want to change your situation, you got to get in new information. I just knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted. I was clear on it. You will win the war and not the battle. You don't never need to win another battle. Win the war. What's the war? My son's getting married. What's the war? Have enough money for create jobs for my kids. That's the war. What they do with the money, that's their battle. That's not my battle no more. You spend it wisely, that's on you. You blow it, that's on you. Take care of my wife, get her to California. That's the war. The battle is what the house looked like on the inside. That's not my fight. Whatever you want in there, have it. That's up to you. Just if I can get one room where I can put all my football helmets, all the places I spoke, all the paraphernalia, jerseys, signed jersey, I just need one wall, you can have the rest of the house. Why? Because I'd rather for you to have it the way you want it and have a marriage than to have all the rooms look like I have and be by myself. We all have 24 hours, all right? What makes some of us average, makes some of us good, some of us great, is not the family you was born into, right? It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with your socioeconomic status. It has everything to do with how you command your life. So if you have a bad day, which is no such thing of, it doesn't exist, you had a bad moment and you were so immature that you let that moment dictate the rest of your day, right? And y'all not kids no more. I don't do elementary school, all right? I don't do elementary school because they really, a fifth grader, if I'm talking to a third grader, fourth grader, fifth grader, kindergartner, I don't care what I tell them, they're not at a place of maturity where they can switch their mindset. They're kids, you grown. And some of you are grown, but you're still a child. And you brag about how you're an adult. You're only an adult because of your age. You're not an adult because you command your life. You're an adult because of your age. And that's not what makes adulthood. You're not an adult because you are 18 years old, you're 25, 26. If you still kept catching temper tantrum, you're still getting attitudes, that means you're not an adult in that area. That means that particular area controls you, right? You almost got into a car accident over with. Car accident been over with 10 hours ago, you're still pissed about it. Or you done got into it with your friend. That happened 2 days ago and y'all still not talking. That's immaturity, right? And let me tell you something. You don't know how many days you have. Like, I'm just gonna keep it 100. You don't know how many days you have left. You don't want to be wasting days. Like, you're not God. Like, you don't create. You can't wake yourself up. You don't know how many days you have left. You can't be playing with the days you have on foolishness. So you have to learn how to control yourself, right? And so y'all know my circumstances. I'm not here because I'm sweet. I'm here because one day I was like, yo, you need to get a control of this, bro. You need to get control of your life. You do not have control. You watch a dog on TV playing video games when you should be out here grinding. So there are people all the day, people ET, bro, you do not want to be me. You're not ready for this grind, bro. Some of you can show up when you're at home, when you go on the road, you struggle, meaning that when things are going the way you want, you cool, but when it rains, you got to grow up. Your body does not control you. If I got to get up early in the morning and get the money, I'm a morning person.
Failure is feedback, not final. Listen to me very carefully. If you clicked on this video thinking failure means it's over, you got it all wrong. Failure is not the end. Failure is the classroom. Failure is not the graveyard. Failure is the gym. And you know what you've been doing? You've been treating your failures like a death sentence, when in reality it's a wake-up call. How many of you right now feel like you're done? You tried something once, twice, 3 times, it didn't work, and you're ready to quit. You told yourself, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. But let me ask you, did failure say that, or did you say that? Because failure never said you couldn't win. Failure just said, adjust. I remember being in college, y'all. I failed not once, not twice. I dropped out, homeless, sleeping in abandoned buildings. I failed classes. I failed relationships. I failed myself. But wait, let me tell you the secret. The moment I stopped seeing failure as final and started seeing it as feedback, that's when everything shifted. I need you to hear this. Every time you fail, the world is giving you information. It's saying that method didn't work. That approach wasn't right. That habit needs fixing. Failure is not telling you you're finished. It's telling you, take notes. Are you taking notes, or are you crying over the grade? Think about Thomas Edison. The man failed over 1,000 times before creating the light bulb. Imagine if he quit at attempt number 500. Imagine if he said, well, I guess darkness is permanent. You wouldn't be sitting under lights right now. You wouldn't even be able to watch this video. So let me ask you, how many blessings, how many breakthroughs are you canceling because you're calling something final that was meant to be feedback? You watching this right now, you got a dream. You got something burning in your heart, but you failed once and you're embarrassed. You failed twice and now you're scared. You failed 3 times and now you think it's over. But let me tell you, Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah got fired from her first TV job. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination, but they didn't take failure as final. They took it as notes. But wait, let me keep it real with you. Some of you treat failure like a mirror instead of a message. You look at it and say, this is who I am. No, that's not who you are. That's what you did. That's what you tried. That's just the result of an attempt. Failure is not identity. Failure is information. And let me ask you, how many of you are still stuck in a failure from 5 years ago? You let it define you. You let it tell you what you can't do. Why? If failure was final, there wouldn't be comebacks. If failure was final, there wouldn't be second chances. If failure was final, I wouldn't even be here speaking to you today. Listen, failure is not your enemy. Failure is your coach. Every miss, every loss, every heartbreak, it's coaching you. It's saying, fix your form, fix your focus, fix your fire. The problem is not failure. The problem is you don't want to be coached. But wait, I'm about to drop something heavy right here. You can fail and still be on track. Did you hear me? Failure doesn't mean you're off course. It means you're learning how to stay on course. Failure means you are in the process. Success is not straight. It's messy. It's bumpy. It's ugly. Failure is the evidence that you're moving. People who don't fail are the ones who never try. So I'm asking you, do you want a safe life or do you want a successful life? Because safe means no risk, no pain, no failure, but also no growth. Successful means risk, rejection, struggle, and yes, failure. But it also means victory. Think about a baby learning to walk. They fall 100 times. They trip, they stumble, they bump their head. But nobody calls them a failure. Nobody says, well, I guess walking isn't for you. No, the falls are the feedback. And eventually they get up and they walk and then they run. So why, when you fall, do you call yourself a failure? Let me get personal with you. I failed the GD twice. People laughed at me. People said, E.T. ain't gonna be nothing. But the 3rd time, I passed. And because I passed, I got into college. And because I got into college, I became the first in my family to graduate. And because I graduated, I got a master's. And because I got a master's, I got a PhD. But if I believed failure was final, you would never hear my voice today. And I know somebody right now is watching, and you're sitting in your own failure. Business failed, relationship failed, health failed, dream failed, and you're thinking, it's over. No, it's not over. You're breathing. If you're breathing, it's not final. If you're breathing, you got another chance. But here's the question, what are you gonna do with that chance? Are you gonna cry about what didn't work, or are you gonna learn from it? Are you gonna keep replaying your losses, or are you gonna rewrite your future? Because let me tell you something, you don't need perfect. You just need persistence. You don't need to avoid failure. You need to learn from it. The people at the top, they didn't get there without failure. They got there because they failed and failed and failed and then figured it out. But wait, lean in. This is the part you can't miss. Failure feels like pain, but pain is the down payment for greatness. Pain is the tuition for success. You can't skip the classroom of failure and expect to graduate into your destiny. I'm telling you, stop being scared of failure. Start respecting it. Start welcoming it. Start saying, thank you, failure, for showing me what doesn't work so I can get closer to what does. Change the way you talk to yourself. Stop saying, I lost. Start saying, I learned. Stop saying, it's over. Start saying, it's feedback. Let me ask you again, how bad do you want it? Bad enough to fail for it. Bad enough to be embarrassed for it. Bad enough to get laughed at, doubted, rejected, and still keep going. Because that's what it takes.